Hello all, this is Damini, co-founder of VMake Scholars. Welcome to the third episode of LoanFlix Season 2. So with Season 2, we are covering topics which provides a more in-depth knowledge on the abroad education loans topic. In most of our videos, we talk about the terms or the process to get a loan sanction. But today's video is going to focus on the repayment of education loan. Many students have asked us in the past how to accurately analyze how much EMI you're gonna pay in future. Of course, that's very important for you to know because you're making such a big investment and you have a basic understanding of your future income. So you would want to know how much loan you can comfortably pay off and importantly in how many years. Hence, it's very crucial for you to understand the EMI accurately. Now you must be thinking, what is so rocket science in this? There are so many EMI calculators out there on the bank's website, the independent calculators which can calculate the EMI for you. But the reality is, most of these EMI calculators only works for home loan, car loan, personal loan or any other kinds of loans wherein the EMI has to be started immediately after taking the loan, right from the next month. But education loan, as an exception, is the only loan which has a moratorium period or repayment holiday, which means 2 to 3 years after taking the loan, you're not actually starting to repay because of the moratorium period. Hence, the EMI calculator should consider this moratorium period into consideration and adjust the interest of this period and also the repayment period accordingly. So in this video, I'm gonna tell you briefly about the repayment policies of different lenders, and also I'll guide you on how to accurately calculate the EMI based on these different repayment policies. Let's start. See, there are a lot of factors which are different in the calculation of an education loan EMI compared to other loans. So let us first discuss those factors. So number one is payment is semester wise or year wise. So if you take any other loan, that is personal loan, car loan or any other loan, you take the entire loan amount in one go. But in an education loan, for example, if you're taking a 40 lakh sanction, you might need 12 lakhs in semester 1, 10 lakhs in semester 2 or maybe 15 lakhs in semester 3 in any different ratio, which means it's not very easy to calculate the interest on the loan amount. So let's say for the first 6 months, the interest should only be on the 12 lakhs which you have disbursed in first semester, and only then the interest should calculate on 12 plus 10 in the next 6 months. So it becomes a little complex and most of the EMI calculators which are available online there will not give you this customization. So you'll have to do this calculation by yourself. And the second thing is simple interest or compound interest. So in India, all loans are calculated on compound interest basis on a daily or monthly reducing balance principle. But education loan is the only exception which wherein some banks charge you only simple interest during moratorium. But some banks also charge you compound interest during moratorium. So an education loan EMI calculator should give you that customization also. Number 3 is grace period. As I have mentioned earlier also, as per the norms of IBA, Indian Banking Association, all education loans must have a moratorium period, which means banks cannot demand repayment while you are studying. And most of the lenders do provide you 6 to 12 months window after the course period to find a job and then start the repayment. Hence, an education loan EMI calculator should consider that whether you're going to pay EMI immediately, whether you're going to pay 3 months after the course, 6 months after the course, 8 months after the course, or whenever, right? So that should be considered. And the last, fourth point is moratorium period. As I have mentioned in my earlier videos, government banks do offer you zero payment moratorium, which means you need not pay anything, not even the interest portion during your course period plus during that 6 to 12 months grace period. But whereas private banks and NBFCs do ask you for a full or partial interest during this moratorium period. Hence, the EMI calculator should also give you that customization to select what kind of amount you're gonna pay during the study period. So all in all, Any generic EMI calculator which is available online is never gonna give you accurate results for an education loan. Hence, you'll never have a clear picture and you won't be able to plan your repayment correctly. That's why we have designed a calculator for students and parents like you for calculating the EMI accurately, considering all the parameters which I just mentioned. So let me take you through that. So I'm going to now take you through the EMI calculator. So this is the link which I have put it in the description. So this is the education loan EMI calculator. I'm just going to show you how to use it. So first of all, it will ask you how many years is your course. So let's say I put here 24 months. And then it asks you how much is your loan amount. So I have put here 20 lakhs. You can also customize this amount semester wise. So let's say if I click on this, it is already assuming that I need the amount 5 lakhs per semester. But let's say if I need 7 lakhs in the first semester, and then 7 lakhs in the next semester, and then 6 lakhs in the third semester, and nothing in the last semester. So I can also customize this as per that. Now you can see total is 20 lakhs, but 776 is how I'm taking the money, because that's also an important parameter which I just told you, right? Now it's asking you the interest rate, which you can ask your VMake Scholars financial officer, because banks are always going to be wrong about it. So let's say if I put here 11.5%, assuming that I am taking a loan from an NBFC. Now this next question is very important. It is asking you whether I'm going to pay anything during moratorium period, that is course period plus that grace months or not. So let's say if I choose no, then this option is only given by government banks, right? So I can also choose full simple interest. I can choose I'm paying partial simple interest, or I can even choose to pay the entire EMI from month 1. So let's say as I'm going with NBFC, I'm assuming, so I'm gonna select here yes, only partial interest. So it is asking me how much partial interest I have to pay per month. Let me put here 5,000. Yeah. Now the next question, it asks you how many months after the course you're gonna start paying the EMI. So let me put 6 months, because that's the standard people take to repay. So to start the repayment, so I have put here 6 months. And now the next thing is how many years I can repay, so which is generally 7 years. So I'm just gonna put 7 years and click on calculate EMI. Yeah. So as you can see, this has calculated the EMI to be 50,000 per month, and I'm gonna eventually repay about 44 lakh rupees. So I have borrowed 20 lakhs, but 24 lakhs is gonna be my interest, and so 44 lakhs is what I'm eventually repaying. Yeah, so now I'm gonna show you how to use this calculator for comparing different loan options. Yeah, so let's say now instead of this 11.5, if I just make it 8.5%, assuming I'm going with a government bank. And I'm also going to change this, because in government banks I'm allowed to not pay anything during moratorium. So I'm just going to click here no, and then I'm going to click on calculate EMI. Yeah, so you can see that 44 lakhs became 38.5 lakhs. So you can see straight away I am going to eventually repay 5.5 lakhs lesser, right, if I go for a government bank with 8.5% interest. So you can also use this to compare different options. You can play with the interest rate figure and see how your repayable amount is changing. Yeah. Now I'm going to show you how this calculator can provide you additional information about the repayment option you have chosen. So let's say I have chosen no payment during moratorium. So it is telling me further information about no payment option. In that case, what are the possible banks I can go for, mostly government banks. And it also is providing me basic things like it's charging simple interest and the least rate of interest and all. And it's also providing me some points on how VMake Scholars helps us in applying to these options. So you can also choose to apply through VMake Scholars for an education loan by clicking on this button. Yeah. So now I'm going to take you to some insider information. So now you can see the entire breakup of this calculation, how this EMI calculation was running in the background. Yeah, so now if you can see here, you will be able to see your due amount semester wise. So for example, I borrowed 7 lakhs in semester 1. By the end of semester 1, that money became 7,29,000 by taking that 6 months interest. Now I took another 7 lakhs at the start of my second semester. So my actual outstanding became 7,29,000 plus 7 lakh, which is 14 lakh 29,000, and then the interest accrued for the second semester. So at the end of second semester, my total outstanding was 14 lakh 89,000. Then at the start of third semester, I took another 6 lakhs. So my outstanding became 6 lakhs on top of that. And then the interest was charged on the entire 20 lakhs which I have taken. And then at the end of third semester, this was my outstanding amount. Now in the fourth semester, as I have not taken any additional amount, you can see this interest, which, with how it became from 21 lakh 74 to 27 lakhs. That is like 6 months interest on the entire 20 lakhs which I have borrowed. Yeah, so please remember, in this no payment during moratorium, which is the government bank option, we are calculating only as per simple interest, which means the interest is being calculated only on the principal amount, not on the principal plus accrued interest, which means the fourth semester interest which is being calculated, it is not on 21 lakh 74, it is only on 20 lakhs, because 20 lakhs is what I have borrowed. Yeah, same thing for the grace period also. The 6 months interest is only being calculated on 20 lakhs which I have borrowed. So now you can see at the end, when the day I finish my studies, as in my moratorium studies plus 6 months, my outstanding to the bank is 28 lakh 98,000. Yeah, so not 38 which I just showed you on top, it is only 28 lakh 98,000. But now when I start repaying, so as soon as I pay my first EMI here, you can see out of my EMI of 45,000, 20,000 is going towards my interest portion, and 25,373 is going towards my principal, which means my principal, which was outstanding as 28 lakh 98,000, now became 28 lakh 73,000. Yeah, so this is how you can see every time I pay EMI, some goes towards my interest portion, rest goes towards my principal. Over time, of course, my interest is gonna be lesser because my outstanding is reducing. So eventually you can see that after a time, only, like, let's say here, only 10,000 is going towards interest and 35,000 is going towards my principal. So EMI stays constant, right? So at the end of 84 months, which I have selected, that is 7 years, you can see it eventually becomes zero. The outstanding becomes zero, and that's how I clear my loan. Yeah, so that's the entire repayment scenario. Yeah, so I hope it is clear to you. So this is the hack for this video. Other than just calculating EMI, you can also use this calculator to compare different options. So you can see how much extra you will have to repay if you choose an option which is 1% higher ROI. You can also see by paying simple or full simple interest or partial simple interest every month, how is it eventually impacting your total repayable amount, and so that you can adjust the partial simple interest and also see the impact of that on the eventual repayable amount. You can also plan your disbursements considering the SEM-wise build-up of loan, which I just showed you, so that you can see you don't overburden yourself. So you can take disbursements according to that. And finally, you can also keep playing with the numbers of years of repayment, so that you can see how much EMI is something you can actually afford. That will give you how many years are the right number of years for you to choose when you are putting the repayment tenure in your loan application. That's it for this video. I know it might be a little too technical for some of you to understand, but I believe you must know the whole background calculations for the EMI, because at the end of the day, it's a huge investment which is gonna tag along with you for many years to come. And I for sure can claim that you won't be able to find this in-depth information on education loan EMI in any article or video online. So if you appreciate the effort we put in to bring this information out to you, then please subscribe to our channel and click on the bell icon to get regular updates. Please help us reach 30,000 subscribers before Diwali. So Diwali gift for me. Please like and share this video with your friends and colleagues who might be in need of funds for their abroad studies. Stay tuned for my next video. Bye-bye for now.
Don't forget to subscribe and click on the bell icon to never miss any updates from us.